Western Sydney University is based here, in Parramatta, but WSU has a much larger footprint, as this is just one of 8 major campuses across Sydney. We'll visit each one of them today as we explore the university, uncover its pros and cons, and see what it has to offer Australian and international students. The uni is about bringing higher education to the outer suburbs. With affordable and accessible degrees, many people who might not otherwise go to uni get their chance through the campuses of WSU.
Western Sydney University.
WSU exists because Sydney is much more than the bit of land around the harbour and Opera House. The main campus at Parramatta South sits in the middle of the vast region of Western Sydney. This part of the city has more than 2 million people, making it more populous than the states of South Australia and Tasmania. The Parramatta South campus is home to around 12,000 students out of the nearly 48,000 studying at WSU campuses. It's located a short distance, around a 15 to 20 minute walk from the Parramatta CBD. The Sydney City Centre is another 23 kilometres away. The campus is beside the river, with lecture theatres, tutorial rooms, and study spaces spread across a large site. You walk between sandstone buildings and newer teaching blocks, with pathways and lawns linking everything together. Students use the libraries and food outlets throughout the day, giving the campus a steady flow of activity without feeling crowded. You can study most types of degrees here. WSU offers an almost comprehensive selection of courses, but each campus is specialised. Parramatta South has the broadest coverage, spanning social sciences and law, psychology and the arts, along with much of the science and health coursework. Nursing is taught here too, including simulation sessions with placements and some practical work happening at other sites. A big part of the reason for students going to Western Sydney University is the accessibility of courses. Many students are able to attend a campus close to where they grew up and even live at home while studying. Importantly, course entry standards are fairly low no matter which campus you attend. A minimum ATAR of around 60 is enough for entry into many degrees. Arts is usually offered at this level, and business or science are commonly available in the mid-60s. Other programs vary by campus, but 60 appears to be the base threshold across the uni. This makes WSU one of the easier options for getting into higher education in Sydney. Across the whole uni, the biggest field of study is health. Around 25% of WSU students are in healthcare degrees, such as nursing, compared with 18% nationally. The next largest field is society and culture at 24% of enrolments, compared with 18% across Australia. This category includes psychology, social sciences, criminology, and the arts, which are all popular at WSU. Management and commerce is smaller at around 16% versus 21% nationally. The IT and engineering schools are also a bit undersized compared to other unis. But architecture is a standout. 7% of WSU students are in this field, compared with only 2% nationally. Western Sydney is one of the faster growing parts of Australia, with new housing, transport links, and commercial centres appearing. As a result, WSU is the biggest supplier of new architects in Sydney. Although the uni is relatively young, having taken its current form in the early 1990s, it performs well in world rankings. WSU consistently appears in the global top 500 and is usually placed around the mid-300s internationally across the major ranking systems. Compared with other Australian universities, WSU is just inside the top half. While you wouldn't choose Western Sydney University for its ranking alone, it maintains a solid reputation overall. But let's move on and look at some of the other campuses beyond Parramatta South. Just in the nearby CBD, close to a major train and bus station, is the Parramatta City campus. It's a major high-rise location where business students complete their degrees, and where most law students attend their classes. The building is in the middle of Parramatta, so students here have quick access to transport, food, and services. Its central location also means it is one of the easiest WSU campuses to reach from across Sydney. Western Sydney University also has a large campus at Campbelltown, more than half an hour's drive southwest of Parramatta. Campbelltown is a city on the outer edge of the Greater Sydney metro area. Many students from the southwest study here because it's close to home, and MacArthur Station is nearby for those who commute. The campus is on a grassy hillside with ponds and a semi-rural backdrop. It's quite different from the inner city locations. This is one of WSU's key health and science sites. It's also the home of the School of Medicine, where the Doctor of Medicine program is based. Students can do degrees in nursing, midwifery, medical science, and health science. Other courses available here include psychology, social sciences, and selected science and education units. WSU also has a presence in the Sydney CBD with the Sydney City campus. Designed with international students in mind, the campus occupies several floors of an office building near Town Hall. It runs on a trimester calendar and gives students a central city option with fast access to transport, housing, and services. Courses are available in business, IT, engineering, and health science, including postgraduate degrees such as the MBA. Students are free to complete their programs at Sydney City or relocate at some stage to other campuses such as Parramatta City or the Kingswood campus at Penrith. The Sydney City campus adds even more geographic flexibility to the degree programs at Western Sydney University. Many of the courses also take advantage of blended learning to support at-home study. Let's head out west again, this time to the Hawkesbury campus, about 50 kilometres northwest of Parramatta. The science-heavy campus is in Richmond, a semi-rural part of Greater Sydney with around 70,000 residents. The area has farmland and wide open spaces. Students come here for degrees in nursing, environmental science, agriculture, food science, and forensic science. The campus has the specialist facilities needed for these programs, including teaching farms, glasshouses, food technology labs, and a crime scene training complex used in forensic science. Because it's some distance from central Sydney, Hawkesbury has on-campus student accommodation, similar to the villages at Parramatta, Campbelltown, and Penrith. Many students choose to live on site, while others commute via Richmond Station nearby. Outside of science and nursing, Hawkesbury offers only a small range of additional courses. Richmond's town centre is about 5 kilometres from campus, and most students drive there when they need shops or services. It's a low-key suburban centre with a train station on the T1 Western Line, giving students a direct route back toward Parramatta and the CBD. Let's head south again to the Bankstown campus. This is located in Bankstown City, a suburban centre about 20 kilometres southwest of Parramatta. A good selection of courses are available here, mainly in people-centred fields. You can study arts, psychology, social science, international studies, business, and a wide range of education degrees. The campus occupies several floors of a high-rise building in the middle of Bankstown, close to a major train and bus station. The area around it is a busy commercial district, with shops, cafes, and services. Bankstown is one of the main hubs of the southwest, and its transport links make this campus an easy option for students who live across the region. Postgraduate programs in psychology and education are also offered here, including the Master of Clinical Psychology and the Master of Teaching. Now let's go west to the Penrith campus in the suburb of Kingswood, about 30 kilometres from Parramatta. This is one of WSU's main technical and creative campuses, with strengths in engineering, computing, construction, and the performing arts. It also offers social science and education degrees. The campus covers a wide area, bulked out by fields, student housing, and car parks. Kingswood has a small group of shops that students use for quick food options. Kingswood Station is a short walk and provides the main public transport link for the area. Further out is Penrith, only a short drive away, which has one of the largest retail districts in Western Sydney and far more choice for food and services. The campus is also home to major WSU research and creative facilities, including the Marx Institute for Brain, Behaviour and Development, and the studios used by music and acting students. On-campus accommodation is available through Penrith Village. Students choose the Penrith campus because it offers programs that aren't available elsewhere in the WSU network. A large number of specialist labs and studios are concentrated here. Let's head to Liverpool to finish our tour of the major campuses. Liverpool is a large suburban centre in Sydney's southwest, about 30 kilometres from Parramatta. It has a major train station, a big hospital, and a busy CBD that serves the surrounding region. The Liverpool campus is right in the middle of the CBD, inside a building close to shops, food, and public transport. Students come here mainly for health and community-focused degrees, including nursing, social work, criminology, and policing. So, what is our verdict on Western Sydney University as a place for your degree? It's difficult to be definitive because the uni is a mix of very different campuses, from metro sites to semi-rural locations. But the student surveys highlight something important. WSU usually sits around the national average. Yet, recent bachelor graduates report slightly lower satisfaction and employment outcomes are 5 points below the national benchmark. A big part of this comes down to expectations. WSU has lower entry standards than other Sydney unis. That means graduates can face greater competition in the job market than they did academically during their studies. Even if the uni provides excellent job preparation, some disappointment is almost bound to happen. The lesson for students is simple. Be realistic about what your degree can do for you, and understand that your own preparation and effort matter as much as the uni you attend. It's also worth doing your research, because experiences and quality vary across WSU's different campuses and fields. Even so, WSU opens higher education to a vast part of Sydney, and many students build solid careers from here. The opportunities are there, but they work best for those who approach them with realistic expectations.